Hi students, online ISDS2000 business statistics students. Actually, I'm going to post this message to our traditional on-campus class as well, so I'm going to say greetings to all of you. I guess this environment here isn't too high-tech. We could go with something a little more springy, but since it's freezing cold outside right now, maybe we'll just resume our traditional classroom look and feel, right? No. Listen, I want to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Joan McGrory. I'm going to be your instructor for ISDS 2000 Business Statistics. And so welcome to class. I've done a couple takes of this video and none of them have come out the way that I've wanted. It's the first day of class and a lot of activities and crazy things going on today. So let me just welcome you to class and give you a quick overview. Okay, I'll try to keep this short. If you're an online student, the only place that we meet is in Pause, and this is a picture here of the Pause screen, and I'm going to talk about that. We do have seats open in the on-campus class, so you've probably read in the syllabus and that kind of thing. If you need to either change sections or come visit me in that class, be sure to email me and talk to me. Couple things that I want to go over very quickly. One is you should have already received a link to the syllabus, and you do need to read that and make sure you're comfortable with everything in there and ask questions if you're not. And also you should have received your link to the Connect system. Now Connect is very, very important because not all, but many of our assignments, and the real key assignments, are completed in Connect. Also your exams are going to be done in Connect. So if you are saying, where is the Connect site? The first place that you want to go is into Pause. So you go into the Pause system, which is our official course management system, and click to enter our course. As you do, scroll down. Number one mistake that students make is they forget to scroll down. As you do, you'll see my contact information there. I realize you can't see it on the video, but you'll see it in Pause, and you'll see this bright yellow box right here. In the bright yellow box is a link. It is not clickable because what I want you to do is to take that link and copy and paste it into a new browser window and then bookmark it. Okay, now let me tell you a little bit about what you're going to see once you go in there. We have a couple key assignments. One of them is exams. As you look at your syllabus, you're going to see a big category for exams. You have one drop grade for your exam. I do not give makeup exams. Okay, if you miss an exam, if you have a really bad exam, no makeups, okay, but you get one drop grade. If I was you, I would save that drop grade. I would make sure I did so well on test number 1 and test number 2 and test number 3 and test number 4, and we're going to have a lot of exams. Okay, make sure you do well on all of them because business statistics is a cumulative course. The concepts that we're going to learn early on, we're going to build on to them. They're going to seem a little easy at first, but the more we continue through the semester, the more difficult that the course is going to become. So do well in the beginning so that you have that drop grade as a safety net as you get towards the end of the semester. Okay, so first of all, I hope that makes you feel like you can succeed and that you can do well. But also I hope it gives you a little incentive to study hard and to do well early on, okay? Then maybe by the time you get to the very last chapter or chapter 11 test, you're going to say, oh, the pressure is off, and you might end up doing the best that you have on any of your tests, okay? We do test frequently, and I have found that that is a great benefit to you because it encourages you, first of all, to stay on target, okay, not fall behind in your coursework, and the concepts are a little more fresh in your mind. It also helps to identify problems. If you are starting to have some difficulty with the subject matter, because we're taking exams frequently, you're going to get that feedback and you're going to know what you need to do to manage your GPA and take care of your grade. Okay, so that's a little about the exams. The exams come from your homework, so it is very important that you do the homework. Very, very important, okay? Where is this homework? Well, a big part of your homework as you're looking at the syllabus is your assignments in Connect. Tell you what Connect is in a nutshell. If you were to look at the end of your chapter in your book, you would find word problems. And I will assign those problems. This is business statistics, and I might say, hey, I think you ought to do problem number 1 and number 3 and number 5. Now, in the olden days, if I would do that, you would take those problems, you would go home, you would work it. That's maybe I would explain the subject to you on, a Monday or a Wednesday or something like that. You would work it that night, and then you'd show up next week to turn in your homework. Then it would take me about a week to grade it, and I will hand it back to you. And we're in what I assigned you homework on Chapter 1. I'm returning it to you, and it's Chapter 3. If you had any problems, we're in Chapter 3. You had problems in Chapter 1. How do you think you did in Chapter 2? How do you think you're going to do on Chapter 3? You're going to do horrible because, as I mentioned, this is a cumulative course. So, the Connect system allows for instantaneous grading. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to work the problem in 2 ways, and let me tell you about both those ways. You're going to work the problem that you're going to see on the screen. You can print it, you can write, do on scratch paper, use your calculator, use your book, the examples in your book to help you, to guide you, that kind of thing. Solve the problem. You're going to type the number into the box that you see on the screen. And the first thing you're probably going to do is click on this little link you're going to see that says check my work. When you click on that link, it's going to put either a green check mark or a red X saying you got it right or wrong. Now, hopefully you rework it, you realize maybe you made a little mistake, and so you do something different and you come up with the right answer. If not, you continue on, work the rest of your problems. You say, you know what, I'm going to have to come back to that one later. And that's okay because you have unlimited attempts on your homework. Okay? You say, I'm going to go ahead and submit this, and you say, oh man, I only made a 75 and I think I can do so much better. Work it again. But here's the magic of clicking the Submit button rather than just check my work. When you submit, you're going to see where it shows you the answer. It doesn't just say you typed in 42 and the correct answer is 35. It says here's the formula, which is a process, right? It's just a recipe. Here's the step-by-step process that you should have followed. And you say, oh, you know what? I forgot to divide. I forgot to do step number 2, whatever it happens to be. Now you know how to work the problem. So you have unlimited attempts up until the due date. Go back, work the problem again, get a better grade, right? Now, I give you unlimited attempts, but something that you should know, very important, is that I do not allow you to quit on yourself. The trade-off for giving you unlimited attempts on your homework is that you need to make an 85 or above. If you quit on yourself and you say, you know what, I'm just going to make 75, that was how I did on my first attempt, and I'm done with this, I'm not going to worry about this. The first big problem that you have is that you won't do well on the exam because the questions for the exam come directly from your Connect homework. Right? So the exam is in Connect, the homework is in Connect, the problems from your homework are, pick a few of those homework problems to use in your exam. You will have seen them all before if you're doing the homework. And if you have pushed yourself to be at least a B student, an 85 or above, then you will do well on the exam. If you make an 87, then your grade on the homework was an 87. Because the minimum grade for homework is 85. If you make a 75 on the homework, 0 for your homework grade. Now, I don't have a minimum score for your exams. Whatever you score on your exams, that's what you get. Okay, so, hopefully by that point you've got it all worked out and you're doing your best. So we're just going to take that grade at face value. But for the homework where you have unlimited attempts, you have to make an 85 or above. Otherwise, the score is a 0. Okay? Again, if you're doing the homework, you're directly spending time directly preparing for your exams. It means you're going to do well on the exams. So you're going to get good homework grades. You're going to get a good exam grade. Now, there are a couple other homework assignments. One is what I call learning projects. You're going to see in the syllabus that you have 5 learning projects. The very first one requires that you use Excel. If you don't have a computer with Excel, you can find Excel in most public library computers, at any of our college campus computers, so it's very readily available to you through those resources. Okay. Also, you can go to certain websites, and because you're a student, if you go to those websites using your your student email address, you're typically eligible for a discount in Excel. You need Excel if you're a transfer student, you're going on to a university, you need a good word processor, you need something like PowerPoint for presentation, and you need a spreadsheet tool like Excel. Excel is a very widespread, very popular business tool. Business people like for you to know how to use Excel, so this is your first step into it. Now that being said, it's not a prerequisite. In the instructions that I give you for the first learning project, I'm going to tell you step by step exactly what to do. Plus, there's videos in there. You can just follow the video and I'll show you how to complete the assignment. So you could watch it or even have it on your screen while you're doing the Excel work, and you're going to be able to pick up how to do Excel by watching me do it, and you should get a perfect 100 on your learning project. The assignment, learning project number 1, has you create graphs in Excel. We're studying some graphs, and you're just going to go, oh, this is so much better than hand drawing this graph, because you're going to be able to produce a graph in seconds. And then if you're on the job, you can take that Excel spreadsheet and email it to your boss, something like that. So it's a great business skill to have. Now, the other learning projects are different than that. They have to do with some YouTube videos. I think you'll like them, but we'll talk more about that later on. I'll touch base with you periodically like this, okay, in the online. The classroom people, you're going to see me all the time. Okay, speaking of Excel, you also have extra credit assignments. You'll see those in the pause drop box, just like you'll see the learning projects in the pause drop box. You need to explore all these pause links up here above. Look at all those links. Click and look underneath each one of them, okay? Because when you click the drop box, you'll see a list of assignments. Click the assignment name and you'll see the instructions. The extra credit assignments all use Excel. Okay, so you have one required Excel assignment, Learning Project 1, but you also have extra credit assignments. The extra credit assignments have due dates. They are not all due at the end of the semester. We're going to do those as we go. What I'm going to do in those extra credit assignments is I'm going to pay you to learn some skills that you need to do your homework. Okay, you can do a lot of things on your calculator. Okay, you can type in a couple numbers. And I encourage you to do that. The calculator is a great tool. You probably have a TI-83, TI-84 Plus Silver Edition, Anniversary Edition, TI-83 emulator on your cell phone, and they all have slight variations. What I'm going to show you how to do is use a business tool, Excel, to do statistics. So, if you do not know how to calculate the mean, the median, and the mode using Excel, then you do the extra credit assignment. I'll show you how to do that in Excel. You say, but wait, don't I have to do homework where I calculate the mean, median, and mode? Yes. And if you do the Excel extra credit work, you're going to see how to do that in Excel, which will benefit you as you do your homework. See how that works? What a great incentive. You do the homework so that you do well on the test. You do the extra credit that helps you do well on the homework that helps you do well on the test. I think you can succeed, but don't let me lie to you now, because this is going to be some work on your part, okay? You're going to have to follow those instructions. You're going to have to get in there and do the work, and that's the most important thing, which goes to the schedule, the class schedule, and pacing. Even if you're in the online, I pace you just as if you're in the traditional class. In other words, the traditional class follows a Tuesday-Thursday schedule, meaning the first day of classes was today, Thursday, okay? Even though the assignments are not due until the night before the test, the exams, if you wait until that night to do it, it is slow and certain death. Okay, it's failure. You cannot train for a marathon by running 23 hours straight the day before the marathon. You have to run a little bit every day. I know that a lot of your other teachers tell you to spend a little time on their subjects every day. That's probably what you need to do in their class. That's why they're telling you that. But I'm going to tell you that I've taught statistics for a while now, and I've seen the folks who say, oh my gosh, that assignment is not due until February. I have so much time. I can dance and sing and frolic around out in the grass.